Right, Michael, thank you for joining us. It's been a busy day down here at the LNER Stadium. Start with a fixture release at 9 o'clock. What do you make of that start to the campaign?
Yeah, it's been a great day. It's been a busy day, but the start of the day, obviously, the exciting fixtures coming out. I think it's there's no easy start to any season, but I said if you want to get a home fixture is the best because you can get the fans straight in. But if it's not a home fixture, then a not too far one, if you like. And Burton, we had some great travelling fans last year. So yeah, Burton away is a good start for us.
And followed up by two big home games with Barnsley and Mansfield coming to town.
Yeah, two big clubs that are going to bring big travelling fans coming to town. It's good to go to Burton and then have two home games on the bounce. So yeah, excited for that as well. I'm sure the fans will be excited to see, if you like, all the new group formed, ready to go at home. So good.
You say today's been a busy day as well as fixture release. We've been celebrating the club's 140th birthday and then the opening of the Co-op Community Hub. Kind of how have you found those two events?
Yeah, it's just amazing to listen to the deep-rooted history of this club, and even though you're around it for a certain amount of time, listening to some of the old guys that have played for the club over the years and supported the club, and the travelling fans, and listening to all the history is just amazing. And I think for 140 years, and hearing and seeing and people past, present, and and talking about the future of the club as well, it is amazing. And I suppose that leads on to the new Co-op Community Hub, which the foundation have obviously led on, which is an amazing thing what the club do for the community. I always say the community is the fans and the fans is the community, and ultimately the community is the club. And I just think the foundation do an amazing job, and their impact report of £4 million last year just shows how hard they all work, and how we as a club need to support that in the wider region, and what a new facility they have at the back of the stadium to grow even more reach.
You mentioned the club supporting the foundation. We had Connor, Pordy and Jovan down here taking part in the example, playing table tennis, playing bowls with the participants. That's really great to see, and I'm sure you'd encourage that.
Yeah, I always think it's brilliant for the players to come in and interact with the foundation, the fans, the community. And I told Jovan he's not going to win at table tennis because he was getting done, but I just think it's nice and it's part of it. And sometimes players can lose that connection, and I think it's really important. It's something that Link can do really well here, the players, and they support, and we know how well they try and go into the community and talk to people, and I think that's part of it. And ultimately it's about two groups of people. I think football, it's about the fans and it's about the players, and that's where it's really nice to see.
Sticking with football, there's not been a game of football for us for a couple of months, but did you manage to get away from the game at all over the summer?
A little bit. I think in football you try and switch off a little bit of a slower pace, but a different pace. Try to get away, but still on the phone. I think me and Jez are on speed dial, obviously with the movement of players and what we're doing. But we've got a strategy, we've got a plan. It's moving in the right direction. But yeah, had a bit of a break, but itching to get back on the grass with the lads starting this week.
Let's run through the players that have come in then, starting with Conor McGrandles, who was a player from his loan with you last season.
Yeah, Conor's brilliant. When he came into the building, I thought his attitude was brilliant. I said, we've not signed Conor because of what he did before. We're signing Conor because of what we believe he can do. And in those few games he did play under myself, I thought he was fantastic. He brings a lot of quality to the team, and he brings a lot of experience. But first and foremost, I think the quality that he brings is fantastic. So it's really good to get that one done.
And a change in the goalkeeping department. So Jordan Wright's moved on to Grimsby Town, and Jamie Parden's come in as his replacement.
Yeah, so Jordan was brilliant for us as a number two, but ultimately he wants to be a number one, and it was his time probably where in football it does come to an end. He had an opportunity to go and test himself at Grimsby, and we didn't want to stand in his way, and we've replaced that as a number two, if you like, in Jamie, who's been a great number two before, and we think he can grow even more. But yeah, so I think we've done well there as well in terms of replacing Jordan. And
Tom Bayliss is the last of the three signings so far.
Yeah, Tom so far is great. He's an attacking midfielder, got an eye for goal, got an eye for a pass, and had a great start to his career. And a couple of seasons ago was brilliant under the Shrewsbury team. Last season probably struggled a little bit, but in a team that was probably struggling, to be fair. But we hope there's big things to come with Tom, and I think it's my job to try and get that out of him.
In a couple of days' time, so it's Wednesday now that we're speaking, players are in for testing. How much looking forward to just being around the lads again and seeing them at Delta DPC?
Yeah, that's what we live for as coaches and players, is to be on the grass and to be working again with the players. And I love forming a new group and seeing the old lads, and it's going to be a new dynamic. There'll be new players in the building. and we've got to make sure that we get that right. But more than anything, it's just good to get back going. It's been a bit of a break, but ultimately that's what we're here for, is to get back and up and running. They come in on Friday for testing. We've been monitoring them and giving them away programs. Josh, our sports scientist, and our medical team, Kieran, we've been some players have been in and out of the building, but we give them all a away program. They've only had proper 2 weeks off, and then they get into like a bit of a fitness program to come back. But we're going to a bit more rigorous testing on Friday, and then Monday we're back at it on the grass.
What is the kind of the early days of pre-season like for players these days? So historically it used to be running around South Common, just behind the stadium here. The footballs wouldn't be seen at all for the first few days, if not weeks. Presumably these days the balls come out on the first day and you get straight into it.
Yeah, I think I'm very much, we'll get the balls out, but I do understand that we need to push the lads for the mentality of the well. So I think there'll be peaks and troughs of how we do that, and where we push the lads to keep improving their fitness levels. And there's no doubt that we need a fit team. We need to have the fittest team that we can be, because that's how we play. So we're going to have to push the lads hard in pre-season, and we will do. It looks a little bit different because we don't want to pick up injuries in pre-season than what it used to be, but there's still the element of football and still the element of making sure they're fit and raring to go.
And the second week of pre-season involves going out to Spain with the entire team. Kind of what are the benefits of that?
Yeah, I think the benefits to that are two or threefold really. One is that we can do some really good work in a really isolated place where we're living under the same roof and talking football for 24/7, so we can get a lot of learning into the lads. It's hotter, it's harder, so we can push them. We can have a decent pre-season game out there as well, so I can see the whole group that travels. And ultimately it's part of team bonding, which isn't the old school team bonding, but it is being together, living together, getting to know each other a little bit better, especially more so for me that the leadership group can bring the new guys on that do travel, and then hopefully that gives a little bit of a boost ready to go into the next part of pre-season.